Hey good people, on screen is one of, if not the best, Solo Solar build for Season 23. Now why would I say such a thing? Well, number one, you're gonna constantly, and I mean constantly, be able to proc the buff for both damage and giving you anti-barrier champ rounds from Radiant. And I do mean constantly. Number two, ads are going to be very easy to manage. Why? Because your scorch stacking is going to be on an expert level. You are going to be scorching, florching, and borching everything, if you even know what that means, because I don't. And number three, this is going to add DPS and stagger to bosses especially, but also DPS to those champions. This is very effective. Alright, so what makes this work, y'all, this build here? Number one, your solar subclass with the correct fragments and aspects. Number two, the correct armor, of course. And for this build, we're rolling with Dawn Chorus helmet for your Warlock. Alright, so it got changed and buffed pretty nicely. So now, your Daybreak projectiles deal more damage and scorch targets on impact. Your scorch is improved, and you gain a small amount of melee energy when your scorch damages a target. That is very key, y'all, very key. Second is going to be your exotic weapon. So for this build, number one choice for me is going to be the Polaris Lance Solar Scout Rifle. This baby has always been a solar beast, and it definitely still is. So precision hits return ammo to the mag, and landing 4 precision hits loads a delayed solar explosive round for your next shot. It's such a beautiful thing with that. Then if you don't have Polaris or you don't want to use Polaris, that's okay. You can sub this with any solar build or solar weapon that you really want in this build. So Sunshot is a beast of a substitution here. Alright, as long as it can do precision hits and it's solar, you're gonna love it. So Sunshot now with Sunblast, targets killed with Sunshot explode in solar energy. So beautiful, so beautiful. And then if you want, you can even run Tiku's Divination Bow. This is another killer with this build. Why? Mostly because of Sacred Flame. Hip firing, this weapon fires multiple tracking projectiles, and targets marked will explode upon death when you hit them with one of your Sacred Flame arrows, which is your regular arrow. What you really need to know is your artifact is going to play a major part of this. So what do you really need here? Get whatever you need, but some must-haves are going to be Kindling Trigger. Radiant causes solar weapons to apply Scorch to unscorched combatants. Alright, then you're going to have Flint Striker, another very important piece. Rapid solar weapon precision hits and rapid solar weapon final blows grant Radiant. This is the key and the heart of your build. Alright, other things that you might want to throw on is Heart of Flame, but not the most necessary, but that is going to help a lot. Rays of Precision is beautiful as well, while Radiant Solar Precision final blows cause combatants to ignite. Yes, and then if you're running solo, don't forget Solo Operative. But I can tell you, the Holy Trinity, Kindling Trigger, Flint Striker, and Razor Precision. Okay? Now, moving on. So other things you might want to consider for this. As far as your stats go, keep your resilience at 100 if you can. Second most important, I would say, is your grenade to save your cheeks with that healing grenade, right? And that, keep it about 70, 80. And then your recovery. Keep that about 60, 70, 80 as high as you can get it. Everything else you can pretty much put into intellect and melee. So moving on to your subclass setup. Now I know Dawn Chorus is all about Dawn Blade, but hear me out, hear me out. I would still run Well of Radiance. You're gonna get all of the buffs and the attributes from the helmet, except for what happens to Dawn Blade. And let's be honest, in PvE, you'll want Well of Radiance. Alright? Aside from that, your melee being Incinerator Snap, and then the Healing Grenade like I mentioned before. For aspects, Icarus Dash, and Touch of Flame. And now for fragments, which are very important. Keep in mind you can play around with some of these fragments and, modify it with a few here, a few there. But I found these 4 to work beautifully. Alright, first is Ember of Singeing. Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. This is going to help you keep up your healing rift a whole lot, which is going to help your cheek stay alive. Next is Ember of Char. For Ember of Char, your solar ignition spread scorch to affected targets. This is the add part that I was telling you about. This is a big part of that. Then you got Ember of Ashes. Very important to this. You apply more scorch, keyword more scorch stacks to targets. And of course, Ember of Empyrean is a must. Solar weapon or ability final blows extend the duration of restoration and radiant effects applied to you. Alright, these are the things that are going to keep you doing a lot more damage and staying alive. So that's important. Now for your mods on your actual armor pieces. Aside from your ammo finder mods, Solar Siphon is very nice here. Very, very nice. Then moving on to your gauntlets. It is important to try to keep a grenade for healing when you need it, but grenade kickstart and then heavy-handed, so your powered melee final blows create orbs of power. This is going to be very nice to helping you get your super back. Then for your chest, you're going to want, of course, your scavengers, your reserves mods, for whatever weapon you're using. But I really like emergency reinforcement. It helps keep you alive, because when your shields become broken, you gain damage reduction when you have armor charges. And with the orbs you'll be dropping, you should have armor charges. Alright, now your legs. Your legs, of course, this is where you will go with the applicable scavengers. But don't forget Solar Weapon Surge. This is going to help you do extra solar damage. And this is really nice. And of course, Better Already, which you can sub out for any of these other perks and mods right here. And that's just going to help you get your health back once you get one of those orbs on you. And for your bond. For your bond, Powerful Attraction automatically collects nearby orbs of power when you activate your class ability. This works with Better Already. This is going to make you heal, get a nice little chunk of heal instantly when you drop your healing rift, and it collects the orbs nearby you, and your healing rift will start to restore. This is very nice. Reaper is nice as well. So this is right after you use that class ability, which remember, we should be able to drop a lot of rifts the way we set this up. Your next weapon final blow should drop an orb, which will help you get an armor charge and keep this whole thing going. And I would also throw on Bomber just to reduce, your grenade cooldown, because you know how clutch it is that you're about to die and you throw a grenade at your feet, you're good. Alright, so those are the keys to this build. I absolutely freaking love this build, but if you have any modifications, improvements, or you got similar builds, please share them in the comments. It really helps out. And if this build helps you at all, please subscribe, drop a like, and let me know how you feel about it. Thanks, y'all. I'm out.